So for the eyes, the harder parts are not the eyelids. It is actually the concave and the convex. This is what really gets people in trouble. So this image is Anatomy for Sculptors. If you don't know them, search them on Facebook. They have a page and they have a lot of images like that. They also sell amazing books. So the eyelids go around the eyeball, and as I said, they are really tight. There's no space between them, and they're curved. They follow the eyeball, the shape of the eyeball. Over them, between the eyebrow and the eyelid, you have this concave and convex shape that it's over the eyelid. And this side, like kind of like this, from the center of the eye to the end, to the outside edge, it's convex, so it's fat. It comes out. And once you reach the center of the eye and go to the inside edge, it goes dip. So it's the opposite. It's concave. All right, so I'm gonna start here making a mark for the eyelids. So for the top one, well, actually, I'm gonna start shaping the eyes better because I didn't really shape it. Right, so I'm gonna give the shape of the eye that I want with my tool, and I'm gonna find the most I can of symmetry between those two eyes. Like even us, we are not absolutely symmetric, but the sculptors, we kind of try to go as symmetrical as possible. It will never be absolutely symmetrical, at least not my sculptures. They can never do it absolutely. And one thing that is very important, the teardrop, for the tears to go out on the face, it's also the inside edge. You have to have a little tip going down like this. This is where the tear is gonna start and go here, because if you don't do that, imagine if you cry and you don't have that, the tear would be all around the eyes, right? So kind of have to have that. So you make it into both sides, bring it down like this. Find the shape that you want. There's a lot of different shapes of eyes. So I'm gonna make a mark, bringing this part inside, down, make a line for the eyelid right here. Let me get this closer. So that's closer a little bit. So I'm gonna make this line, kind of giving the shape of the eyelid there. And once you dig this line, you kind of lose the shape that it already gives. That's why I don't worry about giving the perfect shape until I have the eyelids marked. And now, from the center to here, I'm going to kind of dig deeper here, and then losing depth once I start reaching out to make the concave. So you can do the variations if you know this one. So I'm just going to go here. And remember that when we brought the nose here, we made this curve here. We're kind of going to respect this line. I'm not going to erase it. I'm going to let it there and just dig until we reach it. So it's going to actually make this line to show up more. Like this. And keep on bringing it out. There you go. So you make the concave here. And then you can make a better tool there. And then we're going to make the convex. But for the convex, we probably will need to add a little bit of clay, because it's not going to be enough what we have here. I'm going to add a little bit of clay, and I'm going to make it rounded all the way to the eyebrow, like this. And here, of course, I have to erase this line that happens when we add some piece of clay. And in the end here, you kind of make a line here and bring the bottom one kind of inside the top one. So you can also, just like we did with the lip here, you can kind of did it here. And then you smooth it out too. Don't show the little ball. Just smoothen like that. And it's all good. So here I'm just gonna smooth out a little bit all the messy part. Just so you guys can see. And here it looks like poor guy, this expression I didn't like. It's because this is kind of going too high suddenly. So I'm gonna add a little bit of clay here to change the expression on this eye. So right here. I'm gonna head and smooth. There you go. And of course, you can always change the shape of the eye until you reach whatever you like the best. And following the face expression, the kind of look that you want your sculpture to be doing. Now we just need to kind of mark the bottom eyelid here, so you kind of make it deeper in the inside edge. We already did in the outside, and you can play around with this shape of this volume that we have under the eyes as well. And it's done. Basic shape is done, right? And as I said, look for references, try to copy a shape of one actually real eye. And for an eye, I guess that's all. Something else, when you finish here, this part, it's always give the shape for the convex to finish here. Don't let it spread out. So you also have to look the person you're doing. It can have different shapes. You can even have wrinkles if it's smiling too strong. So you have to pay attention in how it finishes here for the person that you're doing. Okay. So I'm gonna make the same in this other eye. I'm gonna fast forward the velocity so you guys don't get bored. And guys, that's it. This is it. When you're not working with the cranium, make sure that when you turn your face this position, make sure that this part has this shape that goes kind of, it's higher in the top and goes deeper on the sides, and it kind of get this shape. Be careful to don't make, one of the mistakes that my students do a lot is bringing this, the convex too much to the front, and then it gets like tall in here. Don't let that happen. That must go down like that. And also the forehead, don't let it get a square shape. Make sure that it's going to be rounded like an oval. And make sure to carve the tempora. I think that's the name in English, tempora. So now we just need to finish the face shape, and we have a face.